round one of the Winter Open. Team Liquid went out round two, but now they find themselves in the semi-finals with an opportunity to punch their ticket to the grand finals and better their chances of making it to the majors. CJ, what do you make of this one?
Oh, it's just a pleasure to be here, James. They've clearly brought in the A squad here for the semi-finals with myself and your beautiful face as well. So looking forward to some high-octane gameplay or maybe some high-dominance gameplay from the cannon.
It's interesting that you say that, the dominance, the cannon, Cash. I think the player many are looking at to be able to get this win over Team Liquid, which the desk is clearly indicating would be an upset. Everybody on the desk picking Team Liquid in this matchup.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it probably sums up Quadrant right now. The cannon gets a fake early, almost just straight off the bat there. Look, Quadrant are a team, James, where I feel like you could say they're criminally underestimated. They just find ways to win. It's not always the Carmine Court way or the Oxygen way where it's just that all in mechanics, you know, beautiful team plays, but they just find a way, and you have to give them credit for that.
You do, but sometimes you just got to give credit to the better team. So far, it appeared to be Liquid. Double tap threat, rebound out. A Chronic, the shot, it's denied. Relating Wave gets that low shot out. And the Chronic, so patient, happy to take that extra touch, and Atto on the other side of the field, ready for the pass.
This Team Liquid lineup have barely put a foot wrong all weekend, and here we see it again, just a minute into this semi-final. Atto picking up where he left off yesterday, all weekend really. And Team Liquid, what a start.
And for Team Liquid, I mean, you think back to that Moist series, and you know, it was a Chronic's patience that really stood out, taking his time with the ball, not rushing the touch, taking the extra touch around the defense. A Chronic had a huge game, and you know, usually just looking at the stats, you expect Oski and Atto to kind of be at the vanguard, but Chronic has had a wonderful tournament so far, a fantastic team effort from Team Liquid, and it shows you how deep that team really is.
Yeah, he was taking his time to leave and rejoin the game multiple times as well, James. We had some disconnects from Chronic. He left the game. He missed the ball, and then he made up for it with an incredible solo play. So, I mean, he's running on his own time right now. That is just that epitomizes confidence to me.
See if that confidence stays solid. There's a lob towards net. Oski a little touch. Atto against Relating Wave, and now the ball finds its way over to Cash with full boost. Dominus, he's not able to do much with it. Chronic back to the corner. Ixo will lob it downfield. Beats the first defender, but Oski was waiting perfectly for that ball. Double tap denied off the corner. Relating Wave can't get the help from Ixo. Now another dive. Everybody's gone for Quadrant. Now they're left scrambling on the attack. A Chronic, the shot, Cash will get the save, but the rebound, it's gonna go right in.
And the double commits plagued Quadrant yesterday, but they didn't get punished for it. This Team Liquid team, they're gonna punish you every single time. We saw it again there, that Quadrant defense just a little bit shaky, a few double commits, and Team Liquid punished 2-0. Strong start for these young guns.
You saw Atto threatening the bump on Cash, who was on the sidewall, and the play started really, CJ. Oh, hold on a second. Another opportunity blocked by Ixo. Team Liquid taking shot after shot after shot. Quadrant, they're just left playing defense simulator. But I was going to say, CJ, that play all started when Ixo wasn't able to get that touch in his own half, and it sent the whole side scrambling for Quadrant.
It's good to see them covering each other, but probably not in that way. You don't want everyone sending all the troops to the ball at once. And here again, we see Demo's open net opportunity. Atto with a free shot. Wave can't get there. And again, Team Liquid get their third. Atto's second of the game.
Team Liquid just starting, and it's starting to look like what we saw from Team Liquid in the groups. So, Team Liquid throughout groups, Atto is actually number 1 in demos. Oski, 3rd. We're already seeing that aggression come out. And Team Liquid having so much time on attack, whereas against Moist, it was a lot of time defending. But still, Moist only managed to put 2 goals in. And will we see the first? We do. Ixo will bounce this one in, and There's a little bit of time left on the clock, but it's still going to be a tough one for Quadrant to come back from.
Yeah, the positive, I guess you could say, is that this was Quadrant's first attack of the game. One attack, one goal. So, I mean, offense, they're showing that they're scoring at a high rate, but it's not coming too often here. Cash is going to have to step up. Flip reset off the kickoff. What can he do? Gets blocked out. Chronics right there. With a minute on the clock, James, we're going to have to see Quadrant change something because the doink could be in off the post. Follow-up. That goes wide.
So, it was like the drawings we saw earlier, not the Shogun thing, but the good one. The Ahmad drawing almost had another moment there.
Goodness, one of those drawings, James. I'm not sure if that dog was alive, but it was.
I thought it was a cat.
That's a husky. Then I don't want one. Let's just say that. Shogun, go back to the drawing board there. Literally, in all senses of that saying. Anyway, back into this one. Forget about his drawings. Forget about the fact that he's never going to be able to. Well, I don't know if he's past. Grade 4 in terms of drawing.
I was going to say, it looks like Quadrant's going to have to go back to the drawing board. They had this one play. They sent 2 up. Both players had an opportunity to take the shot. They did beat out that Team Liquid defense, but Team Liquid continues to demo, and now flip reset opportunity. No, Atto goes for the double, but it's going to be wide. However, time wasted off the clock. Team Liquid, I don't want to say it looked easy for him, but it really didn't look like Team Liquid broke a sweat this game one.
No, it didn't. Straight off the bat, scoring early, making a statement, and just putting Quadrant on the back foot early. That was the difference. Team Quadrant, well, I mean, they didn't quite look warmed up, James. I think there was some missed touches, miscommunication. They're all sort of diving in to help each other, but in the end, it was all about Team Liquid. They just look like a team this weekend that wants to make a statement. As you said, they made the quarterfinals last time. Probably not the result they wanted. Well, they're making amends here early.
They really are, and this is, I would say, the standard Team Liquid approach. You got tons of demo, Atto and Oski at the Vanguard. Chronic just making plays when he has to, and there was that one goal that they let in, but overall, Team Liquid looked rock solid. So much possession. It was clear they were dictating the tempo of this game. They were in control of this game pretty much from the get-go. So Quadrant has some figuring out to do. And I think for them, there was the one play where Ixo didn't get the touch in the corner. It left the whole team scrambling, and it turned into a goal for Team Liquid. So on all sides of the ball right now, Quadrant getting a bit outpaced. We'll see what they can change going up into this one, CJ, but it's looking like a tough start, and really with the entire desk going Team Liquid, you're starting to see why. This Team Liquid squad has been playing lights out all weekend, and it looks like they're continuing that level of gameplay here.
Yeah, we're seeing how adaptable Liquid are as well. You mentioned before in the Moist series, they were on defense the whole time. They just knew how aggressive this new Moist lineup was going to be. They played that counter-attack style and it worked, but here it feels like they just know they have the better offense. They're the faster team. And they're using that. They're just capitalizing every single time on these mistakes and almost just isolating that last man, James. Just beating out the first 2 and then securing an opportunity so it just gets one through everyone.
Okay, so Atto goes up, doesn't get a touchdown relay versus each. Actually, it looks like the ball trail turned orange. So, there. I guess there's that.
There is
that, but makes you feel better or worse.
It didn't change the trajectory of the ball. Everyone got faked out by everyone. Here we go again, over the top corner. What a save, rollating wave. Team Liquid. Well, it feels like a repeat, James, of game 1. They're hitting the ground running.
And then you've got Quadrant who are just hitting the ground. Quadrant have to battle back. Cash, first touch. Trying to take it into an air dribble, flip reset, takes it down to the ground, wave dash, hits it hard, going towards the backboard, but Atto there. And now Oski right down to a Chronic, lovely first touch. Now the flip reset, a Chronic leading to a rebound. Ixo with the defensive play of the series so far. I thought that was going to be a highlight goal from a Chronic.
Chronic peaked there, but Ixo with the double save coming up huge. And for Ixo, it feels like we haven't seen him since that BDS series in the first split when everyone was calling him Peak, though. Since then, it feels like it's been, I guess, the cannon show. But Ixo stepping up there when it counts. Team Liquid, I mean, how many chances can you give a Chronic, though? That's the thing. You can't always be relying on these double saves in defense from one player. And Team Liquid, they're still pushing forward. These pinches into the orange end, the dangerous. Ixo just double whiff again from Quadrant. They're looking shaky. Atto off the ceiling, drop down. Chronic can't quite get it.
It's Quadrant just trying to keep their head above water, but now a chance. Relating Wave can't get the tip. It looks like something might be going there. And now the shot. Atto up early. Oski will get that out. The pace of play picking up. And now we're seeing Quadrant finally have some teeth.
Relating Wave had a chance there off the corner, couldn't put it away. And this Quadrant offense, James, it's not the most impressive right now. It feels like there's a lot of misses coming out. That could just be in the cannon. Just finds a Chronic sleeping in the net and puts one in the top corner.
And I mean, Chronic knows he's last back right here, started to cheat up a little bit. And I think you're right. He was just caught sleeping, probably thinking there's no way he shoots it from there. And Chronic, that positioning, quite aggressive, and he pays the price for it.
He goes Oski over the top. Ixo again in defense, stepping up for Quadrant. They're in this game. You know, game one, it felt like it got away from them. They've got a chance now after that goal out of nowhere, it feels like, from the cannon. It might be that dominance factor, James, where just that extra power. You're not really positioned for it, and certainly caught a Chronic.
That card, simply a box. Those sharp edges. I mean, you wouldn't want to stub your toe on that. I'd imagine you can get quite the toe ball, and there was one there from Cash as he was able to sneak that one through. He's gonna break that foot. It really feels like new life has been breathed into Quadrant after that goal. But now it's a race to the ball. Cash trying to get back. He gets a hand up. It's out to a Chronic. A Chronic can't get the follow-up shot. Good hustle there from Cash, getting back, shutting that play down.
Triple commit, though, in defense from Quadrant. They're looking a little bit shaky. Atto trying to get it around Ixo. They live to fight another day. Ball gets out. Oski's going to be able to take his time now. There's space on the other side. Relating Wave shuts it down. This is looking all right now. Team Liquid flip reset over the top of Chronic pass play. Straight through Ixo. Liquid get their second and take the lead.
It's so nice from Atto. Relating Wave even got a piece of it. Atto masking that flip reset pass until the very end. A Chronic, he was on the same exact page on that play. Gorgeous pass. Team Liquid now back on top.
Yeah, the offense just looks so much more threatening right now from Liquid. It feels like this man, the cannon, is sort of the only offensive option, at least in terms of solo plays for Quadrant. Let's see if Wave can change that. No, Atto just cuts it straight out. Ixo, James, he's the man I'm looking for. We need to see Pixo back in form, because the cannon can't just keep firing them through.
Danny, Cash, pass off the corner, but Oski first to it, gets demoed, though. A Chronic, will he get the double? Yes, he will. Out into the middle. Relating Wave was trying to take that extra touch. Atto giving him no space, and still getting a touch on the ball allows Oski to go to the backboard. Awkward for Cash. Cash gets a touch, but it's not enough. A Chronic cleans up.
Ixo just trusted Cash with a touch here. He was off to the corner. He left him just hanging here and just rotated him back post. Couldn't find the follow-up touch. A Chronic, too fast, too quick. And again, last man of Quadrant getting isolated, getting left alone, and they're left to punish.
And I think it was Atto there who was playing that disruptive game on the goal line. It's not like you're going to win the ball outright, but if you can make the defense uncomfortable, sometimes you can lead your team to those rebound goals. That's exactly what Team Liquid did. Never giving up on the play, just trying to make their opponents as uncomfortable as possible, and it's working. Atto the drop down, but Relating Wave had the angle covered.
Biggest difference right now, it feels like Liquid, they have this three-man offense, and Quadrant, when they go forward, they're lacking a bit of firepower here again. They're relying on that defense, almost relying on or hoping that Liquid overcommit and give them an opportunity to go to work down the other end. But it's to no avail here. Team Liquid, they're going to get their second game win here, and geez, they're looking strong.
Oski was so fast. I was admiring the first touch from Cash until Oski came flying in to take possession over. Team Liquid, they're just faster. They look stronger. They look better so far. Quadrant, like you said, CJ, they have not really been able to get much going offensively. There was a moment where you thought they were back into it, but then Team Liquid hit the gas. Now Quadrant, feeling the pressure, are forced to call it timeout.
Yeah, you have to call a timeout here. It's too many times, James. I see a team go down 3-0, 3-1, and then they call the timeout on match point. That's too little too late. You've got to call it at least the first two games. Even 1-0, I don't mind calling it if the first game doesn't go the way you wanted. And it almost felt like this could have been an opportunity after that first game for Quadrant to call the timeout because, I mean, that game one didn't look too crash hot. It's a similar story here
and what
in game
about
number
game
2?
Yeah, it's the same story, right? It was the same scoreline, I believe. And Quadrant, it looked a little bit better this game, but overall, Team Liquid, I mean, you see they're comfortable. It's just laughs coming out. Team Liquid feeling so confident. And rightfully so, CJ. This has been a rock-solid performance from Team Liquid so far.
Yeah, they're looking bulletproof. And for this lineup, that's the biggest compliment you can give them. We know how good their peak is, but, I mean, their floor sometimes is so low, but we're not seeing their floor that low at all. It's almost like a Carmine Corp performance where even when they're not quite feeling crash hot, their structure, the way they want to play is still shining through and they're getting the wins. But, I mean, they've been hot all weekend, Liquid. And Quadrant, they might just be unlucky, James, to be running into this team because, tell you what, they're looking regional winners.
We're in the semis. We're in the semis.
I suppose you're going to have to run into a decent team.
Unlucky. I hit a fantastic team, but there's only 4 left. So, I think it's just a situation where we're really going to see what Quadrant is made of. And I think a lot of people, the analyst desk included, look at Quadrant as the underdog at this point in the event. And it's showing, you're seeing why. This Team Liquid squad, every single player out there on the pitch, a threat to make a play. We almost saw Chronic hit an insane flip reset play. The defense was there for Quadrant, but I think it's not so much the defense that people are wondering if Quadrant can pull out. It's the offense. Who will step up? Who will start putting in these goals? Quadrant need that attack. And off the timeout, they really need a result here. Team Liquid, I believe Moist called a timeout after game 2 as well, and Team Liquid was still able to power through.
Timeout buff didn't quite work out there. Let's see how it happens. Let's see what Snasky's got cooking here. Let's see what the cannon can do. Flip reset, just smashes it past Relating Wave now. Gets the opportunity for a solo play. Atto instantly challenges, but Quadrant should be able to keep attacking here. Liquid, they're sitting a little bit deeper. The cannon stealing. Air dribble off the touch. Relating Wave gets it over the top. Oski's there. This is better from Quadrant, James. They're pushing forward. They're looking dangerous.
It was much better, but then you see Oski again swoop in to break up these plays. However, the effort from Cash can't be ignored. Quadrant looking like much more of a threat so far. The demo from Oski on the defensive end, taking Ixo out. Cash back to the corner. Atto double tap into a flip reset down. Relating Wave trying to be patient. Follow-up hit downfield. Chronic is waiting. Chronic has to leave that ball for Ixo, and it ping-pongs all the way downfield. Ixo stays on the ball with low boost. Now back to the middle. Cash, a weak shot, almost powering it through. Oski getting a good read, but Relating Wave will have a look, and that was a light hit. Easy for Team Liquid to clear out.
Yeah, he was just a weak touch there. He was too crept up. He had to stay a little bit deeper for that solo play. He would have had the free shot, but just made it hard for himself here. But I love this change-up right now. Team Quadrant, they're sitting a little bit deeper. They're just going for those, relying on the solo plays and trying to force a little bit more pressure, trying to force that offense, not sending all the troops at every single play. And it is working out so far. They haven't scored. They haven't got that reward for their effort, but it's looking better.
It is looking better, but we did see Moist put Team Liquid in the same spot, and Team Liquid still found a way around it. We'll see if that's the case here, if Quadrant can bounce back in game 3. Relating Wave. Hit off Atto, but Chronic is able to find Oski. Oski actually leaves the ball. Atto, awkward ball. Ixo getting a piece of it now to Cash. Flip reset pass back to the middle, and it's cleared out. Atto
Need to be careful here, James. They're prone to counter-attacks as well. If they do survive here, Team Liquid, it almost feels like they're baiting them in a little bit off the backboard. Cash is going to be able to parry this one to the side, but this is where, well, I was going to say this is where it gets dangerous. The Chronics walk straight under that one, and Team Quadrant, well, they're on attack again.
A bit of a team bump there. Atto off-ball demo. That gives a Chronic space, but a Chronic will just hit it up to the sidewall. Oski also jumping for that briefly. Team Liquid starting to feel the pressure a little bit, and you see that results in a slow shot. Relating wave the 50. Downfield, a Chronic to the corner. Full boost. Ixo challenging a Chronic. So patient as Atto across gets a touch on the challenge. Ixo will hit it downfield. Much better from Quadrant. We're still scoreless. Only a minute and a half left.
They just need to be careful here. They don't give them too much space, but I like seeing the demos. First man's committing up, trying to putting a hand up, putting a little bit of pressure on their plays, and this could be a double beat out from Cash. Relating wave does get the beat. Cash is downfield, but Ixo gets outpaced last man. This is trouble now. What can Relating wave do? And he backflips on the touch. Was a little bit heavier than he expected. Team Quadrant, though, look to be surviving for now. Ixo's up there, might be able to get the clear. Liquid, they're kicking up the pace.
So low boost. Got it up to Relating wave. Oski hard off the ceiling. Now back to Oski. Oski high off the backboard. Ixo can't get the read. A light drop down. Save from Ixo. A goal from Atto. The counterattack proves deadly once more.
Just too much power from Oski there. Chronic, that's all he had to do was just force Ixo to make that touch, put him out of net, and Atto gets the free goal. A three-man effort, three-man offense from Team Liquid. And that sums up this lineup at the moment. They're firing on all cylinders. It's always a three-man effort.
That split-second counterattack, it rears its head again, CJ. Team Liquid has been looking ferocious. You know, when they need to soak in the pressure, they do. And then they can break out just like that. Still a chance now for Quadrant. Though goals have not been easy for him. So a chance, gets the bump, and Relating Wave gets credited for the goal, but Ixo, the one doing the dirty work.
A massive play here, that's what they need. Send someone downfield, just put a little bit of pressure on that defense. A Chronic left last man with Ixo, and just a smart play. That's high IQ Rocket League there, taking out the last man. Relating Wave gets credited for the goal, but I love seeing that, changing it up with 20 seconds left, trying to force something to happen. And Quadrant, James, they get that reward for that earlier effort on that offense.
That's a pinch back to Oski. Oski flops it over, double commit. A Chronic going for the double, hits it to the middle, but nobody was there. Team Liquid, and now we have overtime. This a critical game for Quadrant. If Team Liquid win this, they're on match point. And that would be a difficult path for Quadrant to battle back from. Let's see if Quadrant can step up here. A Chronic, just two go, Relating wave and Cash a wide open net. Oh, no! Chronic blocks it. Was Ixo going to get back in time? Or was that? I don't even know. What? Oh my goodness.
Oh no, he shouldn't. He probably just didn't realize how the structure had completely gone from Quadrant. They'd left the net open in overtime of all places in Game 3 when they couldn't afford to. But a Chronic gives them a lifeline. Quadrant have to capitalize now. Catch. Atto's awkward. A Chronic does rotate back. Team Quadrant, I mean, they're just giving these free sort of opportunities in their defensive end, but they just keep surviving somehow.
Team Liquid, the #1 defense. So good at it. They play on both sides of the ball.
Just practicing. I love to see it, but maybe not in a semi-final of a regional.
We'll see if that comes back to haunt Team Liquid. And that, you know, Ixo was streaking back. Maybe, just maybe, he would have gotten back in time.
This is dangerous. Ixo, they're going to recover. And Relating wave again, their third man, they're just caught a little bit, almost surprised by the counterattacks here by Liquid. What can Oski do? A double touch across. He's got no friends right now on his team to help him in the offense, but they might be able to continue this. Ixo gets the solo opportunity, pass across, blocked out by a Chronic, and There's a lot of midfield game at the moment, interception after interception.
Cash to Ixo, good passing. We've seen Acronic get caught out once. Didn't happen there. Now, Acronic has to bail out Cash. Gonna get another touch. Cash going to the backboard, but Oski yet again being that hammer to break up the play. A wonderful challenge. Cash will tip it off to the side. Acronic now over, gets the mid boost. The attack is on for Team Liquid. Cash off the ceiling and down. Backflip flick. High pop from Oski. Over to it, Acronic. Now forcing it downfield. Ixo, tons of boost here. Trying to get his way around the defense. Wonderfully done by Ixo, who's going to stay in the play. Cash waiting in the middle. Ixo trying to get it to him, but Acronic will stop it.
They're playing a much less patient game here, Quadrant. They're willing to commit second and third man and just hoping that someone can get back. We saw it with Cash earlier, having to cut rotation. Here we go. Atto might be able to get the bump. Ixo musty flick. Atto puts it away. Team Liquid moves to match point. What an individual effort.
He gets the flip reset, goes down into a wave dash, lands zero boost. Musty Atto. He is unbelievable. Team Liquid, they are on match point now. And what do you do against that? You get just clipped on, styled on.
Picking them apart, James. And the composure that we're seeing, Quadrant, they felt a little bit rushed. They changed it up, but they just kept getting caught out in defense. And in the end, that came back to haunt them. Although Acronic decided to keep them in the overtime a little bit, it was to no avail. Team Liquid get it. Atto, what a solo play. And I mean, Team Liquid, James, they're not putting a foot wrong right now, apart from saving their own shots.
Yeah, well, I think it worked out in the end. We got that clip out of it. So that was just wild. Atto, you saw him there in the reaction. He has been the player for Team Liquid so far. Yesterday, I felt like Acronic really stepped up. But in this series, Atto has been insane. Just look at that last play to put Team Liquid on match point. They swept Moist in the quarterfinals, and now they're about to sweep Quadrant in the semis. This is a region, CJ, where normally Europe it's fought tooth and nail for victories even in round one, and Team Liquid at this point is making it look easy.
I mean, it goes to show, we said it probably, I guess not after the first regional, but certainly coming into this split, Team Liquid, surely they've got to be top three in Europe. They've got to make a statement. They didn't quite do it in regional number one, but they are certainly doing it in regional number two. Win or loss, moving into a grand final. This has been an exceptional regional for them, but they still have to do it here, James. There's one more win to move on to the grand finals. Quadrant don't want that, though. They want to change it up, and we did see the change up in that last game. It almost was enough. Let's see what they can do here.
Still Quadrant haven't been able to get much going offensively. The goal we saw last game, Ixo just bumping the last player out. Enough to get one, but gonna have to get more than that to take down this Team Liquid squad, who has been so good on defense. Their goals against only 0.75 goals a game, and you can see why. So saving that one on the goal line. Ixo getting beat. Oski, the flick, relating wave will save it, but it's popped up again, and again it's scored on the rebound by Team Liquid.
Oh, they're picking them apart. Ixo, just a terrible challenge. Relating wave puts it up, but look at Oski bumping Cash last man and ensuring that Atto had the freest opportunity on net. I love seeing that off-the-ball action. Team Liquid, it feels like it's a broken record, James. The first minute and a half of every game, Team Liquid, they just come out strong, come out firing, and score the first goal.
And they're so surgical, CJ, with their options that they're taking. Sometimes they're not just going for the goal, but they put the ball in an awkward spot that forces the rebound. And they've scored so many of those balls. Team Liquid, they are on a roll. Quadrant, it feels like it's just a matter of time, CJ, before they're knocked out.
It does, and here's another opportunity. Acronic can't quite get it, but surgical is exactly the way I'd put it as well. You look at Quadrant's offense and even defense, it's a little bit shambolic, a little bit scrappy, whereas Liquid, it feels like they're picking them apart, choosing their moments to fake, to buy time for each other. And right now it's paying dividends here. Cash can't quite get it. Team Liquid, They're a goal up, James, but they want another one. They want to secure this. Having said that, that might be an open sort of opportunity. Relating waves there. The cannon's in the middle, but that's not a great pass. Atto's willing to go for the counter-attack and almost gets the most ridiculous double touch you could ever see.
I mean, he had it somewhat red, didn't make contact. But Team Liquid, the confidence, it is bubbling over the top. Quadrant, they're going to get something. Relating wave, fighting through a bump attempt. And now Oski lets that ball go by. Quadrant, now a chance. Ixo, can he get around it? The late flick. Ixo bar down. That was a gorgeous play.
He's done it again, getting a demo on the last man. Team Liquid caught napping again. Atto couldn't respawn in time, but Ixo still had to pop it over the top and make the play. The demo and the goal. We saw it last game from him, and we've seen it again here. But this time, James, he's had to score it himself.
Man, that was so good, but immediately, I was going to say Team Liquid was humbled last play, but now they're back on top.
What a touch, Atto. Look at the angle. Cash didn't respect it at all. He had a ball width to get through there on net. He finds a way, and that's Team Liquid.
Near post. How, CJ?
I don't know, but he's found a way, and that's just what Team Liquid do. They just find something. Ixo, that's dangerous. Atto, double touch. This could be a statement piece. Can't quite put it away. Oski still pressuring Team Liquid. They want another goal. Quadrant, they have to find a way to get into it, and does it have to come through another bump goal? It seems like it's their only avenue, James.
I mean, are there any avenues? Seems like all the roads are closed to the Team Liquid net. And now it has to be demoralizing, CJ, how Ixo gets a fantastic goal, controls the ball, late flip on that flick, and then immediately Atto scoring a goal like that, near post, past Cash, when no one thinks he has an angle. Quadrant, they can't seem to catch a break.
They can't, and here we go again. Ixo last man. Quadrant, they're sort of just happy to play high-risk, high-reward defense to try and get some counter-attacks, but again, we're not quite seeing it here. Chronic is going to get a touch. Double commit helps it out as well. Relating wave, they bumped each other in defense. Atto, double touch, it's on. Chronic just waits patiently. And Team Liquid, they're just pushing forward, trying to get that other goal. It feels like their next goal decides this series. Can Quadrant get back in it? Or is it Team Liquid's to sweep their way to the grand final?
Chronic has to jump right away. Finds Oski. Oski will waste more time. Bounce hard and out. It's past Atto. Chronic hard off the ceiling. Cash again off the ceiling. Ball ping-ponging back and forth. Oski can't get the double. Leaves it for Ixo, and Atto clearing it nicely to the corner. Chronic into a dribble, trying to outrun Cash. Cash hot on his heels. Ball back to the middle. Atto forces a triple commit save. But a save nonetheless. Quadrant still just trailing by 1.
30 seconds on the clock. What can happen here? What can Quadrant do? Chronic's going to be able to touch that across. Ixo's pre-jumped it. Can he get a double touch middle? This could be the shot. Relating wave puts it away, but Ixo again. He's just trying, willing, forcing, kicking, scratching, trying to get this Quadrant team over the line.
Ixo already in the air, pre-jumping the touch to the corner.
Ridiculous.
Ixo leaving it all out on the field. Quadrant, it hasn't been pretty. It hasn't been easy, but they still have a chance. Tying it up late. Team Liquid, they've responded with goals time and time again. But now they give up the ball. Ixo with the 50. Atto going for the low challenge. Keeps the ball in play for one last attempt towards net, dribbling it with no boost. Chronic keeping it up. Oski, wonderful control. Atto off the backboard. Chronic, he's blocked by Relating Wave. Oski will have to hit it to the ground. A quality last attempt, but Quadrant stand tall.
They chose the composure of Team Liquid, finding a play out of nothing. Here goes the cannon fake underneath. He's got a flip reset, doesn't quite get the touch. I'll tell you what, they could have scored there on 0 seconds. Quadrant have felt like they were diving at every chance. Here goes the shot. Oski for the game win. Cash lands on the ball to get it away, but Team Liquid, they want to end this series right here, right now. Demo coming out. Relating Wave does get the clear. They're waiting, though, the bumps. Cash again, huge last 1v2. EXO down the other end. This is end-to-end stuff. Quadrant, they're playing with fire right now, James.
They really are, and EXO is moving up to be disruptive. Net, is it vulnerable? EXO, he speed flips and gets a touch onto it, and now Cash in the air, flip reset, waiting, and it's shut down by Oski. A Chronic on that challenge. Now Relating Wave will have another go at it. Atto up, can't find a Chronic. EXO now going in, gets demoed off the ball. The pass over, Oski trying to get the block. Now some space. Cash was bumped there by Oski late on the challenge. Now in field, Atto will hammer it downfield.
Relating Wave driving past the ball got me scared here. It felt like Team Liquid could have won this a couple times over now. EXO with a massive save. This could be the opportunity again. EXO's out there. Atto off the wall. Goes for another skim. Where are these touches coming from? Atto, what are you doing right now? GG's in chat. Team Liquid sweep their way to the grand final.
And there was the physical play. Oski scoring that last goal, but you'll see on the replay the bump threat coming out. A Chronic zoning EXO off that ball. Team Liquid winning in overtime, but Quadrant put up a fight that final game, especially EXO, that pre-jump to the corner to get that touch out and get the goal. Perhaps that's what it's going to take. You know, for Quadrant to take down a team like Team Liquid, you just have to be unpredictable. You have to be bold, and you just got to take some chances. And it still wasn't enough, CJ. That was unreal. An exciting way to end it. And that was just a sweep, but still so exciting.
It was one of the most exciting sweeps I've seen. And again, as you said, it took the almost peak so to come out, which we saw in the first split, to make their way to help qualify for the major. But it was to no avail. Team Liquid just too strong in there and fighting their way through. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got more Rocket League action ahead of us. Team Liquid through to the grand finals. But coming up next, KC versus Oxygen, the battle of the top two in Europe.